I'm going to Eastern Cape tomorrow. That's where they vote the ANC the most. But the children have started dying. Not theory. Children have started dying in the Eastern Cape because of hunger. They die from hunger. And their parents gets told, your child died of hunger. That parents wakes up the following day to go and vote for an organization that killed their children. You talk of mud schools. You talk of pit toilets. You talk of the roads that even a truck can access. All of that is in the Eastern Cape. If you want to see how brutal the ANC is and how uncaring the ANC is, go to Eastern Cape. And that's where the people of Eastern Cape still vote for this party that has a president who goes and opens a tap of water and call newspapers and TV to come and see a president opening a tap. One tap. The whole village does not have water. He goes and opens one tap. And then we must celebrate, we must clap hands. Gender-based violence is the highest pandemic in South Africa. When he came in, he called a summit on gender-based violence and promised action. After that summit, it was as if he's opening the floodgates against women. It became worse. When he came in, they said, oh, the municipality, the corruption, poor service delivery is going to finish. It's worse. When he came in, they said there's going to be more jobs. The guy is going to create jobs. The guy has got money. The guy knows economics. Hey, we are more unemployed now than we were during Zuma. It's worse than that. And they said he's loved by business. He's loved by other countries. There's going to be a huge investment and the economy of South Africa is going to grow. The economy of South Africa has declined under his watch. Tell me one thing that this guy is doing well. One. Except to waste the air that he breathes with that big nose. Other than that, there's nothing that is doing properly. Comrades, where we are in Philippi and everywhere else in the Western Cape, it's a crime scene. The levels of gangsterism, the rampant crime, the killings in our townships, it's a mess. We have succumbed to extortion in the Western Cape. If you want to survive as a businessman, if you want to stay afloat as a businessman, black businessman, you have to pay extortion. They go and say they want 30%. They want 30%. Anything that is done by a black person here, there must be 30% by gangsters, by criminals. But to show that this is not a genuine thing, I've got no problem with 30%, but bring your company, do the work, let the skill be transferred to you. You cannot just come and say 30% money and then you leave. You have not done anything. Because you are a gangster, everybody is scared of you here. Extortion is a big thing here in the Western Cape. So, We cannot allow the people of Western Cape to continue living the way they are living, where black people are told to pay 30%. If this 30% was genuine, why haven't we heard that these gangsters went to close Woolworth at Waterfront and demand 30% at Woolworths or at Pick and Pay or at ShopRite? Why haven't they said that these criminals have closed old mutual offices? They want 30% in the old mutual company, the insurance company. Why have they and say we want 30%? Every business criminals, it's a criminal syndicate. It is funded by gangsters. And gangsters go and tell people in their communities and force them to vote for DA. If they don't do it, they will attack them. Bomalusi, boy, there were serious allegations against them of working with gangsters. Here in Western Cape, the most corrupt province. But this corruption is done by white people. Therefore, it's not corruption. It's corruption when it's done by a black person. Helen Zille went to give her own child computers, laptops and what of government. It was never an issue till today, because it was done by a white person. Imagine if Malema had given not even government laptops, EFF laptops to his children. And it comes out that Malema gave his children EFF laptops. They don't belong to government. But everyone will have his mouth open, including those who are not members of the EFF. That's how much they feel entitled to the EFF. But when whites steal from them, they don't say anything. They are fine with that. Comrades, our people in Kailicha, in Nyanga, in Philip, in Langa, they stay in shacks. With all this terrible weather that you experience here in the Western Cape, our people survive through that in the Western Cape. And when you go and check all of those people who are surviving through this painful process, they are all black. Just next to them is white suburbs, 2 nations in one city. The other one is white, the other one is black, the other one is rich, the other one is poor. That's an experience we have here in the Western Cape. Every tender that goes out of government is a cartel. They are given to certain people who must support the campaign of the DA. So we must take over government and fight this corruption.